Greetings, YouTube. The doctor is in. Dr. Urias Papers here, coming at you with another commentary on Marvel Contest of Champions. So tonight, I want to talk a little bit about Mystic Champions. And specifically, I want to talk about the ones that I'm missing from my 6 or 5-star roster that I really want. And I want to talk about why I want them. And the same reasons why I want them are the same reasons you want them and others want them. So let's begin by looking through our roster. And we'll go down. This is everything. So this is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 stars. This is all the Mystics. And so if I go, we're mainly interested in 5 and 6 star. So as you can see here, I have a few that I don't have that are 5 and 6 stars. So I just got my 5-star Tigra, as you can see there, and I got her awakened, and she's ranked 3 now. So that was one of the ones I wanted. But the ones that I do want, I have made a database here. So we're going through, we're going to highlight each kind of class in a different video. So tonight we're going to talk about, obviously, Mystics and who I don't have. So I've got the Champ, I've got their ranking, or their star rating, their rank, their level, their PI, and whether they have a SIG level or not. And so my top Mystic Champ is Magic. I've got a 5-star, rank 5, level 65, PI 14,080, signature level 200 Magic. She's amazing. But there's certain ones I don't have, and I want to talk about those tonight. Just so we can go through them. And I've got 4 stars of some of these and 3 stars of some of these, but I don't have 5 and 6 star, and there are certain reasons why I want some of these champs. So let's go back to our screenshot here, and let's start with Black Widow Clairvoyant. So I have a 4-star her, and she essentially 4, 5, or 6 does the same thing. She just does it better at higher star levels. So some of the main reasons I want her are, 1, she has a nullify ability. So let's see right there. So after landing or receiving a light or medium attack and the opponent has 1 or more buffs, a charge is consumed and 1 buff is nullified. So she gets these passive charges. She starts with 3 of them, and each time she or an opponent are immune to an effect, she gains 1 charge and some power. So she can gain up to 20 of these, and then she can use these to nullify things. The other thing that she gets is this damage over time. So she's got curses, and she can, depending on what stage of curse she's in, she can, and she changes her curses as she lands a 4th. Out of the 5 attacks you do when you land a 4th light attack, she'll change. And she either does bleed, poison, or incinerate. It's not a lot, but it is enough to be kind of meaningful. So you can see there how much it is. Obviously, it goes up when she's a 5 or 6 star. And she does these when she inflicts 1 when she does a medium attack. So you can do 2 medium attacks. Or when she does a heavy attack, she inflicts 3. So those are pretty important. And then her specials can do different things. Her special 2 is amazing, and she gets different effects depending on what curse she gets. She can regenerate, she can steal power, she can deal more damage. And then her signature ability goes along with her special 3, which is a death touch. So the death touch is removed, and she gains death immunity. So she won't die, and then she heals. So, and of course that goes up as her signature ability level goes up. And I've got a 4-star that's a signature 99, but I'd really like to have a 5 or 6 star. 6-star would be great to her. All right, so the next champ that I'm talking about is Doom. We all want Doom. So I got a 4-star of Doom. He is maxed out, and we all want a 5 or 6-star Doom. Awakened, of course, because whenever Doom nullifies a power gain buff, he receives 1 for himself, and he gets power. And if the opponent is already shocked, whenever Doom nullifies any buff, they have an 80% to be shocked. dealing damage. So Doom's got his slap, and that's a really basic thing. So he inflicts shock with his slap and then staggers, which is another good thing. Um, and then he can keep doing that. So you hit with the first 3 or 4 attacks, and then you slap them, and they're stunned for a short amount of time, enough that you can medium, light, heavy, and you can keep doing that, and it does a lot of damage. And then eventually, with the special one, you activate the aura of Hazareth, and the first hit steals power, 10% of each full bar of power the opponent has. So you have to do this when they have 2 full bars of power, and then Doom gains 200% of the power stolen. So if they got 2 bars, he's getting 2 bars, and then he'll get 2 bars. So you can go special 1 and then immediately go special 2, which has got an incinerate on it. And he will, when he's in this aura of Hazareth, special 1s and special 2s are unblockable. Light attacks grant no power and steal power instead. So he steals power. Contact with the opponent can nullify, and he becomes unstoppable and stun immune against the last hit of a special 1. So his special 2 does a ton of damage, and it incinerates. And his special 3, of course, just does tons of damage. It activates the aura for 12 seconds. It inflicts a stun. It's there. You don't. If you're getting special 3'd by Doom, you're just done. The last thing about Doom is he has crit resistance, and he has pretty big crit resistance, which is very important. So Doom's resilient armor protects him, granting him immunity to armor break, armor shatter, and shock effects. And Doom uses a mix of electricity and sorcery and light melee attacks, causing them to deal energy. So it's really hard to crit him, and you can't armor break him, you can't shatter him, and you can't shock him. So he's just amazing all around. All right, so the next champ that we're talking about is Dormammu, and I have a 4-star Dormammu, and he's awakened. And some of the important things about Dormammu are his ability to energy drain. So, finishing a combo with a medium attack, the Tarzan gain power, and it depletes 7.5% of the target's max power. And of course, that goes up as he goes up in star level and PI level. And it can cause power burn instead, doing direct damage equal to 450% of the power drained. So that's a big one. The other one is he is poison and bleed immune. That's massive. No poison, no bleed. So, and then he's got this dark energy thing where he can blow up these dark energies if he's got a soul bond on his opponent. So you want to heavy attack him. You place a soul bond on him while it's active. Each dark energy charge you gain also charges the soul bond up to 100. And then detonate an active soul bond, dealing 19 direct damage per soul bond charge. You can do a lot of damage with this. So the big one is no poison, no bleed, and he does this power burn stuff. So the next guy on my list, I don't actually have one, I think, at all. Out of the Mystics, and that's Dragon Man. I have no Dragon Man at all. So the big thing about Dragon Man is he can become unstoppable, particularly after a special 2. No poison, no bleed, and he does a ton of incinerate damage with his Dragon Breath. So, and he is just a beast. When he gets that unstoppable, forget it. So the last guy, and this is the guy that I want. Oh, we just got our feather. Okay. The last guy that I absolutely want is Sasquatch. So let's take a look at him. I have a 4-star Sasquatch, but that is not the one I want, because the number one thing I want the Sasquatch for is his synergy with Sentinel that allows Sentinel to start with analysis charges. But Sasquatch himself is a beast. So He won't take armor breaks or frostbite, so he's good against Iceman. He can regenerate, and that comes from his Old Beast of the North signature ability. So you can see there if he's got the Wrath of Tanarak. When he goes below 40%, getting struck by a contact attack, it has right now has a 45% chance to turn on his healing factor. The big one is Rage and Rupture. So he's got this Rage and Rupture mechanic that he can use. So if he heavy attacks, inflict stagger. Also, that's another big one. Getting rid of some buffs. Light attacks have a 30% chance to build Rage. Chances increase to 100% on the third attack in each combo. So he's going to get a Rage. He builds a Rage every 4.5 seconds that he didn't land a hit. So if you just stand there, he's going to build Rage. Each stack of Rage reduces incoming damage. Rage is not affected by ability accuracy reduction. So if he gets 5 or more Rages, he goes into Wrath of Tanarak. Each stack gained above this threshold has a flat 10% chance to remove all stacks and trigger Wrath of Tanarak. So as you go up above 5, you have a chance to just go into it. And this lasts for 1.7 seconds per stack removed. And he's stun immune. He gains 969 block penetration and 50% combat power rate. His special 1 and special 2 cost less, and his special 3 costs a little bit less. And then while the opponent has 3 bars of power, special and heavy attacks will power drain for 5%. And then, of course, up here, he becomes passively unstoppable during special and heavy attacks. That's massive. And the opponent's defensive combat power rate is reduced by almost, he's level 61 right now, so imagine if he was SIG 200. Right now it's 46%. So he's a beast on his own anyway, but then he has some really, really good synergies. So these are the guys that I'm after. And it's Black Widow Clairvoyant, Doom, Doctor Doom, Dormammu, Dragon Man, and Sasquatch. It's these 5 guys. I need a 5 or 6 star of these. Any one of them I'll be happy with. And they have great synergies as well that come along that make them even nastier when they get their synergy. So that's who I got. So again, don't forget to subscribe. If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave a question or comment.